Hey guys, Dalton again. A little later on that night, pulled the carb off the 400 just because I have it torn apart right now. Reason carb's off is just because I took the throttle cable out. Haven't got the new one yet, but I can put it back on once get that all figured out. They gotta ship it yet, so haven't got it, of course, like I said in my previous video. Yeah, this is just pretty much the exterior view of the carb. Pretty clean, honestly. I mean, that's just from the old gas, but literally, the old gas on this thing was like this yellow color, and it smelled so bad. I mean, it has this horrible smell to it. Oh yeah, and the fuel petcock on the gas tank over there, that thing, I literally, okay, see all that dust right here? That all came out of the stinking fuel petcock. So I'm just looking in here just to check, make sure everything's still good. I'm pretty sure everything's still fine because I mean it ran good, ran great when I had it. I just pulled it off just to take a peek at it and look at it, you know. It's pretty nifty. It's a really big carb. And that sucker's humongous. Like, there's my thumb into comparison. That's pretty big. But, you know, heck, I'm going to tear into her and show you what we got. Okay, guys, I'm doing a little bit of a memorization thing so I can kind of get the bolts lined up, okay? This one holds that drain, well, that vent. And this one holds that vent right here. So, I'm going to kind of keep the fuel line off, but also for like a how-to guide, just if you haven't done it before, those 4 screws, take that off, and I just took the little quick, I call it the quick nut, but took that off and so I can just get a little quick access to the main jet. And look at that, seems to be pretty good. Sprayed her a little bit and put her back in, so stay tuned. Okay guys, I took the carburetor bowl off, and kind of a thing for me again, what I did is I kind of just flipped it, so that's where it sits. It kind of goes back together like that. But what's really cool about this bowl, I will say, that I have not seen before, maybe it's just because mine's missing it or what, but, hold on a sec, make sure that, okay. But it's got like little float stops, see that? That is cool as hell. It's got little float stops down there. The bowl's a little dirty, so there's a little bit of dirt deposits down there, so I'm definitely going to just check the jets, make sure they're all in tip-top shape. That low-speed jet's way down in there, so I don't know if I'll get it out, but all in all, it's really clean. Sorry for that crappy focus, but I'm sitting pretty close. But yeah, the gasket seems to be in great shape. I'm not even going to lift that up because I really don't want to screw it up. But yes, everything seems to be in real good working order. It's still got this original spring on the, I call it the needle jet, but this right here. Everything seems to be good there, and heck, I'm pretty excited about this thing. It's been a pretty good buy, I'd say. I really didn't pay much for it at all, and it's turning out pretty well. Other than a few buys here and there, but you're going to have that. Looks pretty good, all in all. But yeah, and I'm going to clean that, and then the low-speed jet is in that hole right there. So, I'm going to get to that, and we'll be back. Alright guys, got it all cleaned out, so gonna probably just put her back together and call her good. Get her back on the bike. Oh, plus I got on my, this boot here, real heavy oil residue there, so I'm gonna clean that up just because. Don't like it because it's dirty. But then I gotta clean the air filter, which you just take that side panel off on that side. Hell, I'll probably show you that too. So, but you take that side off, that little side panel, and then you can get access to your air box. I'm going to clean the air filter out. And then, who knows? Well, sometime here soon, I'm going to get a couple quarts of oil for the transmission. Definitely going to change it in this thing, because I'm pretty sure it's sat there for a while. And going to change it in that probably here soon. Who knows? Oh, also, I forgot to say, but on that, I went and tightened up chain. And here, let me show you how you would do that on this bike. that doesn't help. Let me grab my light here. It's kind of weird with all the lights in here. Can't see what you're doing sometimes. Okay, but see this right here? Here's your chain adjustment on this particular bike right here. This little like disc thing or adjustment cam or whatever you want to call it. But what you'll do, take your cotter pin right there out of the here, let's try to get a better view. Okay, take that cotter pin off the axle nut right there, and then you'll loosen your axle nut, which will allow you to move this back and forth. What you want to do is you want to slacken your chain, rotate your tire a couple of times, find the tightest point in your rotation. Okay, so you rotate the tire around and find your spot where it's the tightest. Like right now, I have it set at its recommended setting now, but I mean, before this thing would sag so low. I mean, it was just, I mean, the chain would be sagging probably down to here by just sitting here. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So I moved it, I think 1 or 2 clicks on there, which brought it back to its original chain tension. But yeah, that's kind of how you do that. If you have any questions about it, just give me a call and, I mean, comment. I mean, my bad. Don't give me a call. Hell, I don't want you to call me. But just comment and I'll get back with you. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this. I mean, that's pretty much all I did to that. I changed spark plug, got that gapped, and then this thing, it's got a really old spark plug in it, but I'm gonna get a new one of those. It's got a really weird plug. It's like a, I can't remember. It's like a B8 EG or something. I can't remember. But look at this. See that right there? That is me wiping my finger across, getting all the dust off. Look how nice this motor is. I mean, the fins aren't dinged up or nothing. Like, see that? I mean, that looks perfect. I can't wait till I get this thing power washed up. It's gonna look nice. Oh yeah, and I also probably gonna need a new clip for that, because this thing, when you're riding, it'll slap out and whack you. My buddy's got a XR200 that does the same thing, so I need to get a clip for that or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the car back together on this, the 400, and heck, I should be good then. But I'll show you the old cable. Okay, this end attached to my throttle tube, which is in that bag sitting on the generator. But yeah, it was real bad frayed there. It's got a little fray there, so if it wouldn't have broke there, it would have broke right here, which was attached to the carb. I mean, that sucker was ready to go. She was pretty broke. And there's just the cover. Cover's in good shape. But oh yeah, she was pretty trashed. So yeah, I got pretty much all my crap torn apart right now. I mean, that thing's still running, and the 360 still runs, but I don't drive the 360, it's not mine. And then the 500, I don't want to do screw with that anymore, so, I mean, but oh yeah, also another thing, this is kind of like a help video, like I need a little bit, like, okay, watch this. Here, let's get to the lights where you can kind of see the difference. Okay, there's where it's not moving. Hang on. Okay, watch this. She moves a little bit. A little out of the head, too. I think all I need is a spring or so, or maybe a header pipe, but I'm not sure. But I know it leaks a little bit of exhaust right around here, where these two springs, there's a spring here, and then that spring. They're holding that on, so I'm assuming I need like a coupler or whatever. I don't really know, but like one of those like metal rubber O-rings. I'm not sure. Like those heat resistant rings. I'm not sure. Something goes in there. But yeah, but I'm telling you, this thing. I mean, granted, it's got a little bit of wear. Like here, there's no paint. Right here, or right there. Right there. This side's probably the worst side of it. I mean, this really looks like ass. In my opinion, it's got like, the guy had the shifter. I mean, when I first got this thing, this shifter was like all the way up in there, and it was hitting on this bolt and rubbing right there. It rubbed a big old gouge like right there. And then I don't know what happened there. I just dropped it or hit something with it. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh God, it's late. Ugh. But yeah. Oh, and I did notice that this intake boot's a little like cracked, and I noticed it when you move it, it sweats a little bit. Like you can rub you go like this, push it, and rub it. You'll feel like a fuel residue or something on there. Not sure there, but yeah, I'm real excited for this thing. I really am. I mean, I cannot wait